Hello Marianne, many thanks that you found the time to answer our questions. Poesie Noire was founded in the early 80s already. For 19 years it has been very quiet about the band. But a few days ago, suddenly, a new album called Sense of Purpose had been released. What made you all start again after such a long period of time?
The past 19 years we kept a bit busy with music, but the fire for Poésie Noire was definitely out. Poésie Noire was kept alive by the fans, and it was a big and a pleasant surprise for us to watch on the internet that we still had fans in all over the world. And one day Joe said, I want to begin again with Poésie Noire, and you're going to be my partner. So we're going to release another CD, we're going to give concerts. And at first I thought this must be the midlife crisis, but no, the fire was burning. And Herman also wanted to join in, so we were, threesome again. We also made a Sense of Purpose as a kind of a reply to the music of today, which we think is mostly just a format.
What forced you to discontinue the band back then? You always had a very faithful fan base, I believe.
The CD Marianne was a bit of a mistake, and the fun was gone. Herman was gone. I was gone. Joe couldn't live anymore of Poésie Noire, and he had to do other things to get by.
Surely you didn't leave the music business completely during the past 19 years. What had you guys been up to in the meantime?
Well, Herman invented the Sherman filter bank. I don't have to say more about that. He's a little genius. Joe, well, he sought and he found his way in the music business, and I just worked, and sometimes I wrote lyrics for some dance songs, and that's about it.
Well, three of the best known tracks of your 80s period are the Songs of Innocence from 1986, Pity for the Self from the year 1989, and of course Computer Syntax Error. I can clearly remember dancing to those songs in the club quite often. Musically you worked with many different styles if you compare the albums to each other. So what were the reasons for that?
Well, Joe always wanted something new. It's as easy as that, and we couldn't do anything against it, so we just had to follow. Nowadays we say, well, what a pity, we should have continued the way we were doing. But on the other hand, then Love is Colder Than That wouldn't have been released. So he just wanted to prove himself and show people that he could do more than electronic body music. But actually we should have made a combination of electro and songs after Love is Colder Than Death.
When listening to the music of your new record and comparing it to the music of 2 decades ago, it seemed much more into pop now. Do you perceive that as a progress or more as a change in your music?
Well, it is more of a development, because when you grow older you become a bit softer, but we're still children of today, you know. We find it important that you can feel the music, that the lyrics are important, that you hear new sounds, and it also has to be a bit danceable. But of course you have to have respect for your legacy.
Surely it is quite tricky to categorize your music. The term goth new wave fits it, but doesn't fit for today. Even if that is not an easy question, how do you like to name your style of music now?
Well, 80s music. We've always been inspired by the 80s. We lived during the 80s, we were young. But the music then was more mysterious, more exciting, exclusive and new. And the lyrics were also very important, so 80s music.
Marianne, your voice came more into the foreground again. What is the reason for that development?
Joe wanted to concentrate on making music. He didn't want to concentrate on singing. Plus it was, in fact, a logical step since I wrote the lyrics and the melody lines. And that's why my voice is on the foreground.
Okay, maybe we can focus now on some of the tracks of the new album. Wheel Die Dancing has definitely potential to grow to a club hit, as I noticed on your gig in Hasselt. At the same time, it's like a reminiscence to the Belgium EBM of the late 80s. And do you still feel connected to that kind of music emotionally?
A little bit. We're coming from the same scene, and Joe one time was live mixer of Neon Judgment. When he got home after a tour, you should have seen him. I couldn't recognize him. It was horrible.
Another song is Uncertain Smile, that has been revived from the year 1989. I think it has been a part of the 12-inch single Oblivion. Why did you choose this song?
Joe wanted to make a remake of this song as kind of a tribute to like the title is a tribute to the sound. And he also wanted to make a tribute to Fat Gadget and so many others.
One really nice track is also Die Sonne, which means the sun. A track which contains parts of German lyrics. Why did you decide to use that language?
I like German. I think it's a beautiful language. And it fitted the music, it just blended in. And as a child, I have very happy memories of the German television, so German it was.
In the early days of Poésie Noire, you have been a band of 7. Meanwhile, you work as a trio. That this is working well, you have proved also in the live setting recently. Will you continue in that constellation?
I guess so. It worked for Sense of Purpose, it worked very well. And 3 is okay for us. We used to perform with 7, but that was because we wanted to do everything live. We had to do everything live because the sequences at that age weren't stable enough, which led to hilarious scenes. So, but 7 was and is too complicated. 3 is the best, and there always has been a core of 3 members.
After your break in the early 90s, Joe has been working as an event and tour manager in the music business. He has also been the A&R for the Belgium arcade branch. Do you still think that music is a very important part of your life, even without the main focus on Poésie Noire?
Well, the lyrics of the era are about that. We breathe music, we live music. Without music, there's no life.
Herman's Sherman Filterbank has been a cult engine for many musicians throughout the past 15 years now. You too used that beast live on stage. How and why did you start to develop that filter?
Well, Herman has always been experimenting with synthesizers, computers and samples. I remember in the days of Poésie Noire, when we bought a new synthesizer or a sample, he always had to open it to see how it worked. He was very intrigued, and then he said, I can do that too. Well, he certainly has proven that with the Sherman Filterbank.
With the live appearance at the Sinners Day Festival in Hasselt, Belgium, you've done a great comeback. Do you plan more live shows in the near future?
Well, there's nothing planned, so we just want to do special events, just for the music and the fans, when there's no pressure or financial reasons or so. But tour is very, very difficult because Joe and Herman have their businesses. So a gig is something very exclusive.
The new album, which is called Sense of Purpose, has been like a seamless continuation of your musical activity after 19 years. But you also stated that you adapted yourself to the contemporary styles. Will there more releases from Poésie Noire in the future?
I think so, yes, positive. Joe is remastering Love is Colder Than Death, and he's also busy working at new music. I have some ideas from lyrics. Herman is developing a new device, so we just keep on going.
So Marianne, many thanks for answering our questions. Maybe you have some final words to the many fans out there.
Beloved fans, we thank you for your love and loyalty all these years, and we hope that you like Sense of Purpose.